Oh, hello everyone. Kumusta po ang lahat? Magandang gabi at magandang umaga, magandang hapon kung saan man po kayo naroon. Yung ating broadcast tonight para sa ating Level Up Wealth series. So yung mga nag-aantay ng Level Up Health, sa susunod na araw po magkakaroon tayo ng Q&A again about low carb, fasting, tungkol sa mga bagay-bagay about our kalusugan, yung health natin. Pero tonight, ang ating special broadcast is really about Level Up Wealth. Lalo na yung mga followers po natin dyan, yung mga recent, we just did our training sessions free. Yung mga free training sessions natin para sa ating mga entrepreneurs. Nauna na po dyan yung VA training. So, yun po yung nauna nating sa series natin ng pagtulong sa mga kapwa natin para maiangat yung kabuhayan nila. And yung susunod dyan will be the coaches. So, yung mga sumali na po sa atin pong Launch My Coaching Business Training Program, na libre din po. Ito, you should really watch this episode kasi kailangan ito. Kailangan ito sa panahon ngayon kung saan, kung kailan tayo ay dapat may alam tungkol sa tinatawag na influencer marketing po, So, yung mga iba pong magjo-join pa, meron tayong e-commerce training coming up. So, yung ating mga e-commerce store owners dyan, mga online sellers natin dyan. Another important reason why you should, I guess, watch this, syempre, dahil part din, of course, ng elevating your brand. Kahit pa e-commerce kayo, sabihin natin hindi kayo influencer, is still the proper branding. And so, kailangan mapanood po talaga ito at kailangan apply natin yung matututunan natin tonight sa ating guest na nagpaunlak sa atin kahit sobrang busy ang kanyang schedule. Siguro alam niyo naman, nakita niyo na yung poster. So if you haven't seen it yet, papakita ko lang po sa inyo. Yan po ang ating esteemed guest ngayong gabi. Ang isang tao na napaka-busy at napakarami niya na pong followers. He's all over the place. You can find him. If you haven't heard about him yet, ito po yung ating call to you to also follow his show, Our Guest Some Love. So, andyan po yung kanyang Facebook, ang kanyang kung saan siya ay may, I think more than 1 million, almost 2 million followers na siya doon. Meron siyang YouTube, meron siyang Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, syempre, and TikTok. So, nakita niyo po, as that's proof na as an influencer, you have to actually be visible everywhere po, And so, siya po si Real Talk Darbs. I'm gonna bring him in a moment. So, yan yung kanyang pages again. And ang pag-uusapan natin tonight is all about how to influence people on social media, bakit kailangan ito sa current landscape ngayon kung saan ikaw ay business owner or entrepreneur or kahit entertainer ka, anuman ang iyong layunin, pero gusto mong magkaroon ng pagkakataon to actually earn online from a brand or from being an influencer, then you have to learn yung mga right skills. So ito na po siya. Magandang gabi, magandang hapon dyan sa Dubai. Mr. Real Talk Dark.
Yo, what's up? Good evening, Dr. Iris. Sa lahat po ng mga nanonood, thank you very much, Doc Iris, for having me here for tonight. And for sure, sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan, ilang bang viewers natin dyan, Doc? 23,000 ang viewers ba natin?
hindi tayo katulad mo na million or thousands ang nanonood. So we are trying to bring awareness. Dahil syempre ang ating viewership, Darbs, is unfortunately ito nga yung merong disconnect, napakaraming tao gusto nila maging successful, pero pag pinag-usapan na yung kung gusto mong maging successful, edi dapat puno yung newsfeed ng mga bagay-bagay that will help you to become successful. But unfortunately, people are not willing to step up and do the thing na makakatulong sa kanila. For example, katulad niyan, mga free trainings natin, ganitong mga guestings natin. So, we do have, usually nanonood sila later on pa. Sa live, napapansin ko, for example, compared doon sa pagpapapayat, much lesser yung view ng ating success broadcast. Yung doon sa pagpapapayat, laging marami yan. Daming tao gusto magpapayat, and all that. But, merong tayong disconnect. Kaya kung sino man po yung mga nandito, for sure, Darbs, yung mga nandito talagang committed yan na mag-level up sa kanilang pangkabuhayan. So, yung mga late na makakapanood po nito, next time po, yung mga susunod nating guests coming up sa SuccessCon, try to make it live para maka-interact ninyo yung ating nag-echo yata ako, Darbs. I'm echoing. Yeah. So, para maka-interact ninyo yung ating special guests. So, batiin ko sila. Darbs, nandito si Marlene. Hello po. Hello po, Doc. Ayan. Ayan si okay lang naman ako, Marlene. Andito si Christine. Magandang umaga. Magandang gabi dyan. From Dubai. So, meron tayong, ito, kilala niyo po siguro si Sir Darbs. Ano? So, from Dubai. Andito si Christoph, DP, Benji. Kaya, no? Ito isa sa mga ano natin, sa mga nag-attend ng training workshops. So mga entrepreneurs natin, would-be entrepreneurs. Si Riza is also here, Paraiso. Hello. Anna Fer is also here. So ito mga entrepreneurs to actually, Darbs yung mga nandito. Mga gustong mag-scale up. Andito rin si Mary Jane Ortiz. Magandang gabi po. Okay, waiting for e-commerce. Yes, darating na po tayo sa ating e-commerce training. Kahit kayo ay e-commerce, kahit kayo online sellers, you have to know how to brand yourself. You have to take advantage of influencer branding. Okay, andito rin yes, warm regards din po sa inyo, Miss Riza. And Mary, ito pa po, ang isang ating motivated na entrepreneur, si Mary Hernandez. Okay, so guys, we will be, ito sa YouTube, watching is Eileen Kabunyag. Present din daw po siya. Ako din po, gusto ko rin po maging successful someday. So, it really depends on the kind of, yun nga, mindset na meron kayo, yung mga kind of content na kinoconsume ninyo. Kung syempre patuloy kayo, gusto ninyong makarating doon, then you should also really be focusing yung mga steps na kailangan nyo para makarating doon. So, Darbs, yung ating, medyo magkukwentuhan lang naman tayo tonight. Kailangan nating ikwento sa kanila yung, what it takes to actually reach this level. Kasi hindi po siguro biro-biro. You probably get asked this question often, right? Kailan ka ba nag-start ng iyong vlogging journey, Darbs?
Okay. So before I answer that, Doc, kasi meron kanina nag-focus siya doon sa e-commerce daw. Here's the thing I want everybody to understand, that in order, best known beats best. So what does that mean? It means that even if you have the best product, even if you have the most wonderful cookie or yung binibenta mo ng mga produkto, if nobody knows about that, nobody's gonna buy it. So it's as important for you to invest in how you can put your products out there as important as developing the product. Kasi both of these are going to be the pillars in order for you to move forward, and somehow you can say financially you will become successful. So influencer marketing, influencer branding is one of the most underrated thing about marketing right now. Underrated in a sense because people don't really know how to approach influencers. They don't really believe in the power of influencer, and they don't really know the process on how to take advantage of the influencer branding or marketing, which is what we're going to be discussing right now. Tapos, going back to your question, Doc, I started off content creation 4 years back in 2018. And just like everybody else, at first, nobody watched. Sa totoo lang. I mean, at the end of the day, I told myself that this is not going to be an overnight process. So same as through with losing weight, same as through with like e-commerce or in business. Once you have that understanding that this is not going to be an overnight process, you'll be able to anticipate things. Kasi 'di ba, this is one of the reasons why most people are not successful on the thing that they love doing, because they're impatient sa result. Iniisip nila 6 months lang dapat marami na akong viewers. And if you have that wrong thinking na 6 months marami ka ng viewers and it did not happen, ano mangyayari? You get disappointed, you get frustrated, and hence you stop. And stopping at the end of the day is the reason why you won't be successful. Because if I stopped 6 months on my process 4 years ago, I would not reach a level where I am right now. So for those of you guys who's watching and listening, know that you have, before even starting, wag muna tayo sa process, wag muna tayo sa techniques, let's go and think about inner game. Kasi ang inner game, your understanding is gonna be the pillar for that will support you to the long game journey. Kasi I mean, 'di ba? Success is not like you climb an elevator or magra-ride ka ng elevator. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the freaking stairs. And this is why I want everybody to understand. Mindset muna, inner game. So I told myself, Doc Iris, when I was starting, this is not gonna happen overnight. 6 months. I was giving myself 5 years for me to go out there. 5 years, binigyan ko yung sarili ko. Lucky enough, after a year or so, may mga result na. But that was the reason, the very reason kung bakit ako nag-continue, because I have a macro patient, but my execution is tells that I want it the next day. Macro patient, micro speed. Anong ibig sabihin? Kasi di ba, ganun yung iniisip ng iba. Once we have a long-term goal about these things, we're thinking na, okay, since 5 years pa, magagawa na lang ako ng content once a month. So, hindi yon, mas lalong tatagal. So, the hack here is macro patient. You know that it's gonna take you a long time to get there, but your actions, the things that you execute, your execution, the execution should dictate it's as if you want it the next day. So, bam, 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 create ng content, doesn't matter kung may nanonood o hindi, as long as I focus on the quality. And then after 4 years, here I am, living the life of my own terms, doing the things that I love, and at the same time, inspiring a lot of people. And this is the reason why I wanted to share it as well doon sa mga inspiring or na gustong mag-content create or become successful at your own field. Yeah, dami ko sinabi, Doc, sorry.
Yeah, napakaganda. Paano pa lang, simula pa lang, punong-puno na ng hitik na sa value. So, guys, I cannot even emphasize whatever he said na, nandyan na po, nakita nyo na, macro patience or being macro patient and micro speed na parang gusto mo bukas na. Napakaganda po. Kung pwede nating i-summarize yung kanyang, di ba, yung sa influencer branding, kailangan talaga to maintindihan dahil in reality, itong field po na ito ay, sabi nga ni Darbs, kung hindi mo isinet sa sarili mo na mahaba ang panahon na kakailanganin mo, baka after 6 months na walang nanonood, ay mag-give up ka na. But the reality is, it actually snowballs po, It snowballs. I mean, I'm nowhere near sa ni Darbs, following ni Darbs, but I can already see sa sarili nating platform kung gaano talaga karaming tao yung patuloy na nanonood. At, kasi if you have a message na gusto mo talagang iparating, like for example, kay Darbs, yung kanyang specialty is tungkol sa self-worth, sa love, yung mga ganun po, So, syempre, as long as may nangangailangan yan at marunong kang kausapin yung mga tao na ganun, patuloy na maraming manonood sa'yo. Sa atin, maraming gusto mag-level up, obviously. So, either gusto nila mag-level up sa kanilang wealth or health. So, patuloy pa rin na nag-expand yung atin din pong platform. But, did it happen overnight? Of course not. So, tamang-tama talaga yung sinabi ni Darbs. And I think, Darbs, that people need to hear this kasi ang dami natin dito. Yung iba dito are newbies talaga, bagong-bagong entrepreneurs. Yung iba naman are matagal ng entrepreneurs pero hindi pa sila branch into online. So, kailangan nila maintindihan itong concept na ito. So, 4 years na pala, Darbs. 4 years na ito. Yeah. Kailan mo nakita yung traction? When did it start that you started seeing na nag-expand yung platform?
One of the mistakes of the would-be content creator, would-be influencer is that they think that the audience should give value to them first before they give value. What does that mean? It means that like if you think about this, if you wrap your head around this, content creation, vlogging, or influencer marketing using social media, ang barrier of entry is very low. At the end of the day, you just need a cell phone and you need an internet connection in order for you to at least become a influencer or start your journey as an influencer or a content creator. To be honest with you, Doc, I don't really consider myself as an influencer because I have high regards of real influencer like Martin Luther King, who's this Nelson Mandela. Those are the people that I think that are influencer. But I know in this kind of field, most of the time we are branded as influencer. But if ever you're one of those people who want to enter into this kind of scenario, ang isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit hindi nagiging successful even if the barrier of entry is very low is because most people think that they have to wait for the audience to give them value first before they give value. In short, they create content that are selfish. Yun ang isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit hindi nagiging successful ang pagiging content creator. 'Di ba? I mean, what's the difference? What's the fine line that separates a content creator and a successful content creator? A vlogger and a successful vlogger. What's the fine line that separates them? The successful vlogger has audience that watches the content that he uploads. Yun lang, 'di ba? Yun lang ang major difference. And one of the reasons why people are not watching your content is because it's selfish. And think about this. Tulad ng sinabi mo, Doc Iris, part of the reason why you built a community like this is because the giving value part is very important. Now, if you're in a business, if you're trying to start a personal brand or anything, you have to understand that the soul of the content should be giving value to your audience. So, hi guys. This is a perfect example. I always tell this to my students. Which content would you watch? Panoorin nyo hi guys, welcome to my vlog. Panoorin nyo ang reaction ko kung titikman ko tong iba't ibang klaseng milk tea. That's one of the topic that you could. Or, hi guys, welcome to my vlog. Today, I'm gonna be teaching you how to create 5 types of milk tea at home. See? Two similar topic, but the other one is selfish, the other one is giving value. And most of the time, people would watch that person, content creator that gives value to the audience. Ganon. That's number one. Giving value to the audience, you have to create selfless content. It's not supposed to be selfish, it's supposed to be giving value. And in going back to what you're saying earlier, Doc Iris, most people or people who is in this kind of specific field is that when they enter, they put their value on how much numbers they're gaining, how much people are watching them, and the traction. And this is one of the reasons why most people don't pursue, because they value, or the metrics of their success is based on how many people watch them and how many people will share this video. Fine, I understand. That could be one of the reasons. But at the end of the day, I would still want you to think about this. Depth, not width. Anong ibig sabihin nun? I'd rather have 100 solid followers that would do everything for me, that has a specific community, that we know each other, than 1 million who just saw me making them laugh and then forget about me right away. Depth, not width. Much better yun kesa meron kang 1 million pero hindi naman importante yung, or wala ka namang connection doon sa audience mo. Ito I even like I exchanged my 2 million followers, palitan mo lang ng isa. Tapos yung isang follower ko si Elon Musk. 'Di ba? I mean, that would
That's right.
basically change everything, right? So don't really think that since you just got 500 or 600, or I don't know, watching your content was 100, you don't know that 100 could be really, really solid followers that can basically be one of your brand evangelists at the end of the day. So wag ka masyadong madala sa wag muna kayo masyadong madala sa vanity metrics about that. It's nice to have it, pero once you're starting, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 15. Wag bakit si ganun? Grabe naman nanonood. Bakit sa akin ganito ganyan? Kasi sa totoo lang, nung nagsimula ako,
Ang ganda ng ano mo na yun, yung self-talk mo na yun.
oh, nagsimula ako 5, 6 lang nanonood. And if I decided my self-worth and value on that 6 people, I would have not continued. But I always tell this: one soul change is way worth 1 billion views. Sipin
Oh,
mo,
I love that.
one soul change is worth 1 billion views, is way worth more than 1 billion views. At the end of the day, the reason why you're doing this is because you have the capability of helping people, and that's the reason why you have such following, Doc. Because I know the forefront of what you're doing is giving value. And that is itself is the perfect ultimate formula in order for you to, if ever one of those guys who's watching us right now wants to become successful at influencer marketing, or you want to become a vlogger in a sense. Kasi ito ang isa sa pinaka magiging dahilan kung bakit ka magiging successful, if people saw you giving value to them. And if there's a takeaway right now, if you're trying to plan a business, create a content because of your business, because of your personal brand, or promoting a specific agency, nobody wants to be sold to. When hindi ka manunood ng isang 3-minute video that's all about selling a specific product, learn how to give value first. That's the source, which I'm going to be discussing further sa ating Success Con, which is happening this October. But I'm just giving you a gist of what I'm trying to say. Giving value, pero syempre may process yan. Ano yung mga gagawin mo, mga techniques. But I'm giving you so much value right now that one of the things that you have to understand is you have to give value, focus first on the audience before you, and then jab, 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 right hook, sabi nga ni Gary Vaynerchuk. Means give, 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 ask. Not take, ha? Give, 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 ask. So, jab, 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 right hook, bigay ka ng value, bigay ka ng value, bigay ka ng value. And then later on, hey, meron akong exclusive membership for people who wants to really have an in-depth about a specific brand or something. Ask them, not take from them. And hence, that's you're able to leverage your personal brand and grow it later on, just like what I did. Yun. Sorry, Doc. Ang dami ko sinasabi
Ang
palagi,
ganda
no?
nga, eh. Maganda nga na ano, talagang ano, real talk. Ayun, punong-puno po 'yun ng value, yung sinabi lang 'yun ni Darbs. And gusto ko actually 'yan so lahat po ng mga nag-a-attend ng mga trainings ko, lahat ng mga nag-express na ng interest nila kasi nung nag-start ako, Darbs, to publish all these training programs na free, napakarami ng nag-enroll, nag-inquire, ganyan. Kailangan ninyong unang-una, so pag nag-start tayo ng training, kailangan itong sinabi niya kanina about providing value, start thinking how you're going to do that. Okay? So yung mga mag-i-e-com training sa akin, yung mga papasok sa training ko for coaches, yun po yung requirement. So from now, magsulat na tayo ng mga ways paano tayo makakapagbigay ng value doon sa tinatarget nating audience, and ang ating messaging will be revolving around that. Yung content creation process natin will be all about that. Okay? So walang mga pasarili. Sabi nga ni Sir Darbs, right? If you enter this field na medyo selfish ang datingan at lagi, you keep talking about yourself, okay lang kung very, very interesting yung personality mo. For example, Ivana Alawi, right? So, you have the right to do it kasi no matter what, kahit sarili mong ifo-focus mo, people will watch, right? Kasi they get entertained. But, if you are in a different field, hindi ka naman entertainer, tapos panay sarili mo. Like for example, product ang sinasell mo. Tapos every time makikita ka sa live, bili kayo nitong conversion engine mug ko. Bili kayo niyan. Araw-araw na lang, right? Without even, providing any value to the person. So, for example, beauty product po, and pag-uusapan natin yan pagdating ng e-commerce training. For example, beauty product, hindi flash lang ng flash nung sin-spam nyo yung wall ng mga tao. Nabili kayo nitong, itong pack, ganyan. There's an art to that. And
Yeah.
yun yung sinasabi ni Sir Darbs kanina na meron talagang way na jab, 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 and then hook, right? So, napaka-powerful. I love that. I love Gary V. Pare-parehas
Yeah.
tayo ng mga inaano. Tingnan nga natin, Darbs, before we continue, ano yung mga feedback ng ating mga mga entrepreneurs natin dito. Sabi ito isa sa mga natin ito si Sir Arte. Siya ay actually, maraming nagko-crossover dito. Maraming mga followers natin from our health platform ang nag-crossover sa ating wealth. So sir, magandang gabi. Sana po may matutunan kayo. Congrats po pala sa inyong weight loss, sa inyong success, sa inyong health journey po. Thank you. And then, nandito rin si Miss Delsa. Good evening, watching from Ormoc. Ito yung patient ko, si Miss Lulu dito sa Canada. Hi, Miss Lulu. Sana marami kang natututunan from Sir Darbs tonight. Yes. And yan, sabi ni Ronaldin, binabati niya yung ating mga workshop attendees. Watching from the UK, hello, Miss Sarah Cerezo. Sana marami pong natututunan. Ito ang fan ni Sir Darbs, si Princess Sia Maldita. Ayan, dito rin yung mga fans ni Sir Darbs. Andito rin si Miss Rosalinda Layson. Hello po. Watching from Cyprus, si Miss Vina Jacinto. Hello. And ito sabi, Ronaldin summarized it. One soul changed is way more way worth more than a million or billion views. Okay, napakaganda po ano. And yun nga, sabi nga ni Darbs kanina, he will be doing a deeper dive sa paano ito ginagawa. Kaya nga excited ako. Doon pala sa mga nag-register na natin sa SuccessCon, na mga training attendees natin, thank you very much. I will promise you na you will be blown away by the content na ilalagay natin doon na ipapamahagi ng mga speakers natin. Kasi ito nga, pahapyaw pa lang to ni Darbs. So, really like, I am looking forward to his talk, you know, like ang caliber po, hindi pa ninyo na-check out yung ating page. Pakilagay nga natin, Jenalen, yung caliber ng mga speakers po natin, ano, kung kayo'y brand or business, gusto talaga ninyo mag-scale up, this is the place to be, itong SuccessCon event na mangyayari. So imagine, alongside with Darbs, so siya pa lang powerhouse na yan eh, kahit siya pa lang mag-hold ng convention, dami na nating matututunan. But alongside with him are really like amazing Filipino leaders, entrepreneurs from all over the world po yan, ha? From Canada to New Zealand, mga head ng mga conglomerates, mga Pilipino po yan. Okay, and you will learn all about their secrets, paano sila nag-create. So some of them are actually multi-million dollar like business owners. Ano po, we're talking here, you know, mga nakalist pa, publicly listed companies. Hindi lang po, you know, like regular entrepreneurs, but people who have made it big time. So,
Yeah.
abangan po natin yan, okay? So ngayon, tingnan natin, meron ba tayong question pa dito? May gusto ba kayong itanong kay Sir Darbs before we move on? Yeah, so ang gawin na natin ngayon, Sir Darbs, we will give them probably, you know, tips for the beginning. Yung parang pinaka, di ba kasi sa una, yun nga eh, masaklap, wala masyadong nanonood. And minsan talagang, ano yan, you know, ano yan sa esteem, sa self-esteem. And I know that you specialize in self-worth. So, can we give them some tips on, you know, how to navigate that very difficult part kung saan one viewer ang meron, isang mata, one viewer lang ang nandun, pero alam mo na yung messaging mo is really very strong. You know that you can help a lot of people. So, ano yung pwede nating ibigay sa kanila regarding this stage of the journey?
So I'm actually teaching this on. I actually also have an academy called RTD Vlogging Academy, and I teach content creators how to become real content creators, and take their passion into something that could level up. Because I myself started this journey as a passion, and now I'm living a life in my own terms. To be honest with you, I'm not teaching vlogging. I'm not teaching content creation. I'm teaching people how to do the things that they love every single day, learn how to create content around that, and build a monetization structure, and ultimately live a life in their own terms. At the end of the day, I'm not teaching vlogging. I'm teaching people how to live a life in their own terms. Because at the end of the day, my friends, you owe it to yourself to work for your dreams, not for somebody else's dream. And in a 2021 era moving forward, it's way possible. Bakit? This is the golden era of opportunities. Kailangan mo lang ng cellphone at internet, which everyone has. You just need a little bit of push. So, if you want to enter into this kind of marketplace, you should say, you wanted to be a content creator, you wanted to be an influencer or a vlogger, before even holding a camera, before even knowing the technicalities, I want you to really know why you're doing this, the intent. That's number one thing that you have to ask yourself. Bakit napaka-importante ng intent? Because intent is what allows you to do this for a longer period of time. Again, most people fail into this scene because the intent is wrong. You know why? The intent is just to become popular and rich. Mag-vlogger ako kasi baka sumikat ako. Mag-vlogger ako para maging marami akong pera. I don't judge you. I mean, if ever there's people who's like that entering into this business, I don't judge you, because that was my intent when I was starting. But it evolved later on. But kung sakaling isa ka man sa mga taong nanonood ngayon, if it's just for solely, purely just because of money and fame, I'm telling you, you're gonna fail. Why? First of all, if those are just two shallow reason, that's the reason why you'll stop. Kasi again, this is a long game. This is a long game journey. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. And if your intent is selfish, which is gonna be just money and fame, 6 months hindi ka pa sikat, 6 months wala ka pang pera, anong gagawin mo? You stop. 1 year wala ka pang pera, 1 year wala ka pang hindi ka sikat, you stop. You could have been the potential of becoming greater than Nas Daily, Kong TV, Real Talk, Darbs, Will Dasovich. You could have that potential. You could be able to outperform me in terms of my inspirational talk. You could outperform Kong TV on his humor. You could outperform Nas Daily on his storytelling. But you didn't. Why? Because you stopped in the middle of the process. Kasi yung intent mo na dalawa is wrong. Money and fame. That's the reason why you stop. You could have been way more talented than us, but you stop. I could not be Real Talk Darbs RTD if I stop 1 year. Gets, I told you earlier, it took me 4 years to be in this level. If I stop on 2 year time, if I stop on 1 year time, or even I stop in 3 year time, I would have not reached this specific level. And there are a lot of people who's way talented, who's great at what they do, but they didn't finish the process because the intent at first was wrong. So, tumigil sila kasi mali na yung dahilan kung bakit sila pumunta dito in the first place kasi hindi nila yun nakukuha. So, change the goal. Instead of money and fame, change it to the intent. This could be the potential for you to have a purpose in life, which is way more important than money and fame. Alam nyo ba that money and fame is, I mean, this might not, this could be one of the reasons why you would wonder. Kasi only people who climb at top of the mountain knows how it feels like in top of the mountain. And people who's still trying to climb, they will not understand the feeling when you're there. Tama. But I'm not saying that I climbed the toppest mountain, but somehow I have my own mountains that I conquered. And I'm telling you, money and fame is not going to make you happy. It could be a vehicle for you to become happy, but solely money and fame is not enough. And people who killed themselves, rich and famous, could back what I'm saying. Because if we say that money and fame is the secret to happiness, those things would have not happened. The potential for you to live a life with purpose because of the things that you do and it basically affects people, the purpose that you talking about a specific diet regime is able to change one person's life that he has been bullied in the entirety of his life, and because he followed the teachings that you did, we're able to change that person's life. My friends, the currency that you should be aiming for is legacy. And you have the opportunity to do that entering into content creation. So that's how you put your mindset into it. Being able and having a capacity to change someone's life. Kasi purpose, money and fame, though it's difficult to achieve, but it's way, way difficult to find purpose. And being able to find it here, doing the things that you love, being able to be good at it, and at the same time helping other people, that's ikigai. And not everybody has that capacity to live that kind of life, but you can by doing the thing that you love. So that should be the starting point, the intent. Later, mga low-level strategic na yung editing. Sa totoo lang ha, this is low-level tactics lang yung editing, camera, and stuff and all, because you can find it in YouTube. But high-level strategic techniques, which is not taught, is inner game. Not everybody is talking about that. And this is why I'm telling you, this is so valuable. The thing that I'm telling you right now, coming from a content creator who discovered this because of myself. I wish I had someone told me this. Or if ever you're someone who needs a validation that yes, the intent, the giving value, that I'm just more concerned of that one specific person that I'm able to help, I'm validating that. That's right, you're on the right path. But before holding a camera, for knowing the technicalities. You just have to understand before going into this. Not just in on content creation, but maybe it's in e-commerce or in other entrepreneurial things. It's not always about to be about money and fame. It's about being able to help, being able to find purpose on what you do, being able to enjoy the things that you love, and at the same time help people. So, kung isa ka man sa mga nanonood ngayon at gusto mong magsimula, hanapin mo muna kung bakit mo to gustong gawin. At it should be more than money and it should be more than fame. Yeah, that's
Napakaganda. Yeah, so kung napakinggan niyong maigi po ano, I think you will realize yung mga parallelism. So yung mga nagiging guest natin dito like Sir Darbs right now, yung mga binigay ko sa inyo before, previous lectures on Ikigai. Ano po, lecture na nga kasi paulit-ulit na lang ako ng Ikigai. Ikigai, bakit palagi kong sinasabi yan sa inyo? Kasi yun nga yung sinabi niya, at some point, nakita natin, may mga celebrity, nagpapakatiwakal. Sobra na silang famous, napakarami, pera, fame, nandyan na lahat yan. Pero bakit ganon? Right? Bakit ganon siya? So, the deep, yung intent, other people call it why, Sir Darbs calls it intent, yun yung mag-uudyok sa inyo, dun sa mga pinakamababang, remember, ang trajectory ng success, hindi naman yan straight. Hindi siya ganon, So maraming ganon, daming minsan pasikot-sikot pang ganyan, pero maraming ganon, definitely, right? Yung dips na tinatawag, yung mga troughs, yung mga rock bottom moments. So ano yung magpo-pull out sa'yo? Hindi money and fame, hindi yung intent na yun yung magpo-pull out sa'yo. Yung calling mo, yung purpose, why are you doing this? Right? And ang ganda ng sinabi niya, I think Llewellyn agrees with me. Sabi ni Llewellyn, wow, so love that. Your currency is legacy. Right? Yung legacy, yung purpose mo, yung bakit mo ito ginagawa at the end of the day, right? Yung intersect nung, oo nga, kumita ka, passionate ka about it, pero yung intersect na natutulungan mong buhay, natutulungan mong tao dahil sa ginagawa mo, kahit isang buhay lang yan na ma-save mo, you never know the effect, right? And so intent is so very powerful.
Yeah.
Napaka-powerful po niya. And so, sabi ni, ito patient ko rin to that's powerful, sir. Find my purpose, the bottom line. O ito, yung mga patients ko na nanonood dito sa Canada, baka gusto nyo na maging entrepreneurs, I always encourage you, right? Sige po, level up tayo. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching, Gloria. And sabi ni Evelyn, yes, I think Evelyn is a fan of RTD. So, yung hindi pa po nakaka-follow, follow natin si Real Talk Darbs, RTD po. Especially yung mga ano dyan, mga medyo may dinadalang mga
problema sa
yan,
puso.
problema sa puso. Yeah, pero marami siyang advices po about self-worth. I like yung mga messaging mo, Darbs, about self-worth kasi it really, your self-worth is never dependent on kung sino ang may nagmamahal sa'yo. You're
Yeah.
already worth it just as you are. You're already worth it just as you are. So, sabi ni Ronaldin, lakas talaga maka-real talk ni Sir Darbs. Ang galing. Of course, right? Bakit siya umabot ng ganyan? 4 na taon, 2 million followers kung hindi malakas yung kanyang intent. Hindi ba? Kung hindi malakas yung kanyang pagpo-provide ng value. So ito po si Miss Vanji from Qatar. Sana may natutunan tayo, Miss Vanji. Yeah, so sino po ang may gustong magtanong? Sabi ni Miss Christine, I think Miss Christine already bought the ticket sa SuccessCon. Patikim pa lang ito pero siksik at diglig na. How much
Sure.
more pa sa success? Of course. Yung ating, and by the way pala po, yung hindi nakakaalam, I already, kasi hindi ko pa ito publicly sinasabi, marami tayong bonuses po. So, yung doon sa SuccessCon, maraming bonuses para sa mga magsa-sign up. Yun nga lang po, nag-increase na yung price. I think Christine was able to get the lower price pa, early bird, yung super early leader bird. So, kudos to all the people who took the initiative right away. Medyo, na po tayo time crunch kasi tumataas na yung price niya. So, if you want to avail of yung mga, grabe talaga yung bonuses na ibibigay namin doon to jumpstart your business or scale your business. Plus pa yung ito pa lang, talk pa lang ni Sir Darbs, worth na yung ticket, right? So, invest in your growth. Invest in your growth. But do it soon para hindi masyado mahal po. Yes, so, meron ba tayong gustong magtanong? Sabi ni Miss Anne, ito isa sa mga coaches natin. I can relate talaga about Ikigai, quitting my job and become a low-carb coach as I feel my calling because I feel my sense of purpose. Iba ang feeling to help. Thanks, Sir Darbs. Yes, kailangan talaga ano po, mga coaches lalo na, mga coaches. Oo, we have to address the fact na siyempre money is a driver. Pero
For
hindi
sure.
dapat siya yung deep. Kailangan mo kasing go deeper eh. Bakit mo gusto magkapera? Right? Bakit gusto mo ng fame and money? Bakit? Why? Dig deep, deep. Meron pa yang dahilan. Para ba yan masuportahan mo yung pamilya mo? Para ba yan hindi ka na, yung katulad ng sinabi ni Sir Darbs, freedom, right? Freedom to live life on your own terms. Freedom na, yung anak mo na dati hindi mo nakakasama, ngayon makaka-attend ka na sa lahat ng events niya kasi you don't have to worry about money anymore. Right? So it's not about the money, it's what's beneath. Yung ano ba yung nasa ilalim niyan? Bakit? Right? Ito ba ay dahil para nagkasakit ka na ng todo-todo sa kakatrabaho mo? Finally, ngayon, if you are able to have more money, then in a way na ano po ha, yung katulad nitong influencer marketing nga, in a way na hindi ka, you're working smart, kumbaga, then what will that allow you? Then it allows you the freedom of having good health. Kasi hindi ka na laging, pukpukan na ano ba yan, 8 to 12-hour shifts, right?
Yeah.
So, very, very important yun. So, siguro, ano na po tayo, we will be wrapping up. So, yung mga merong pahabol na tanong dyan, we will try to get Sir Darb's feedback. Alam ko very busy siya, pero ita-try natin na makuha yung feedback niya later on. Meron siyang yung kanina na-mention niya, yung kanyang vlogging academy. Check that out as well. Kasi kung talagang newbie kayo at na nakikita ninyo na kailangan ninyo talaga ng tulong, don't go at it alone. Kailangan meron tayong shortcut sa proseso natin. So, check that out para sa mga talagang gustong mag-content creation kasi very important yun. Kung kayo naman ay business, it's still worthwhile to check out something like that. Yes. So, titingnan ko pa. Yes, so sometimes, Darbs, yung mga kasi dito, comments don't come in real time.
Uh-huh.
So ano yung ating final ano yung gusto mong iwanan na message sa ating mga future or mga entrepreneurs natin na gusto rin mag-break into the field of influencer marketing?
So my message is first those kasi not this is not for everyone, to be honest with you. Influencer or vlogging is not for everyone. But at the end of the day, if your business or the things that you do is not relating to social media, I'm not telling you that your business is going to be bankrupt right away, but you're depriving your business of potential massive growth in the future if you're not present into this era. Bakit? Kasi we already, you know why Unilever is Unilever right now? Because Unilever was one of the very first company who jumped to television when everybody was using radio. Unilever was the one who created and used and maximized the power of television. And at that time, nobody believes television because radio was the bomb. And even before the radio, people was patronizing newspaper. Ganun kasi yan eh. From newspaper, the mass media jumped into radio because there's a new technology. And people who did not jump fast got left behind. And people who's dominating was able to take advantage of radio. And Unilever was one of the very first movers in television. And that's the reason why they're so powerful right now because of the products that they have, because they were one of the people who invested in television when nobody believes it. The era of television is about to end. Nobody watches television anymore. Everybody is in social media. And just in case you missed it, my friends, we're already transitioning from television to social media. And those people, the influencers, the people who's taking advantage of it, they were one of the very first people who took advantage of this. Now, it's not too late, but it will be if you do not take the initiative to believe on the power of social media. Now, don't tell me hindi ko kasi alam yan, dapat yung anak ko yung nag-ano yan. Like if ever you're already on like traditionalist ka. Don't, that's one of the reasons why most people has difficulty moving forward is because we overvalue the past. Just because we didn't grow up with it doesn't mean it will not work. My friends, do this. If you're still not convinced, you look at the people around you, even you. Where do you get your news? Where do you get the things that you want? It's in your phone. And if you're not in that phone, if your business is not on that phone, you're missing out. So take advantage of social media influencers influencing social media itself. This you have to put resources on your business in this field, kasi this is going to be the future. And for those people who wants to, if you think na isa ka sa mga taong has the capability of talking in front of the camera, creative, it's not too late. At the end of the day, isn't it nice for you to have an opportunity to finally fight for the dreams that you want to achieve? And the only way for you to do that is to start right now. Kuya Darbs, kailangan ko bang mag-quit ng job and pursue that? No. If you're gonna do something stupid, you do it smart. I'm not trying to tell you to quit your job right now. What I'm trying to tell you is that from 9 to 5, you do your job. What are you doing from 5 to 11 is the question. And most people are trapped in their job and complain, bakit gaganito na lang yung buhay ko? But have you really audited yourself that if you have been dying to become a writer, a vlogger, or I don't know, an online coach, but you tell yourself you don't have time? Ask yourself, what are you doing after 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock? You watch my content, you watch Dr. Iris content, you watch other people's content. That's the reason why. You don't tell yourself you don't have time. You just lack motivation in executing. And don't get me wrong, you don't execute because you're motivated. People really have it the other way around. Eh. Kala nila you need motivation to create action. No, because that's a very fragile thing to do kung mag-aantay ka ng motivation for you to take action. It's actually the other way around. You act so you get motivated. And this is a hack most people don't know because people act through motivation. And I'm telling you, motivation doesn't happen always. There will be coming a time where you ask yourself, why are you even doing this? But action is what ignites motivation. 'Di ba? Kung magbobomba ka nga ng walang tubig, 'di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng tutulo muna yung tubig bago ka bobomba. Kailangan mo munang bombahan, lagyan mo ng tubig, a-action ka para makaigib ka ng tubig. So this is what I'm trying to tell. I'm gonna leave you with that message. You don't wait for motivation to happen. You create motivation so that you can get things happen. Cool?
Power. Grabe. Hitik na hitik. Power talaga. Guys, it's the action, right? It is the action. At the end of the day, yun nga, sabi niya, kahit wala kang ano dyan, basta, ayan, meron kang camera, may internet connection ka, ayan, actionan na agad para sa mga would-be content creators natin.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
sana yung hindi nakapanood nito ng real time, panoorin po ninyo mamaya ulitin. Sa ano pala po so lahat ng mga nag-register sa mga workshops ko, requirement po ito. So you cannot attend my workshops kung hindi ito pinanood, yung mga nandito sa SuccessCon, because these are the basic foundations. Ang ating workshop is very action-based kasi pag nag-workshop ako, Sir Darbs, siya agad execution. So we actually talagang hands-on agad. So I don't have time to delve into ganito. Kaya nga merong broadcasts yung SuccessCon dahil yung mga ginaguest ko dito are laying the groundwork for the mindset, for the ganun. And pagdating sa workshop ko, action agad. So everyone, requirement po ito, panoorin ito kung gusto mag-secure ng spot sa mga trainings. Maraming nasarahan doon sa mga workshops ko kasi yung action taking ay medyo mabagal. So kung ayaw masarahan po at maka-join sa susunod ko, coaches yung susunod. I'm not sure kung puno na kasi may kinakap kami eh. So kung puno na po yun, mag-aantay kayo ng next iteration. Susunod natin e-com. Pero yun nga, take it from Real Talk Darbs. Napakarami niya pong sinabi na I will tell you, if you follow yung mga sinabi niya, you will be like him. You will have, at some point, 2 million followers, sabi nga niya, minsan yung iba mas magagaling pa kesa sa akin, sa amin, di ba? Pero, ang ano kasi dyan, ang kulang is yung pagtuloy-tuloy. Nagsa-stop yung iba they stop. So, very powerful. Maraming salamat, Real Talk Darbs, and hopefully ay patikim pa lang po yan. You will see more of him sa ating success convention. Wag pong take action na, wag nang magpaantay-antay dahil later makukumbinsi rin kayo to buy, tumaas na po yung price. So take action na po. It's at the successcon.com page po natin, nandun yung link. And we'll see you again very soon. So maraming salamat sa nanood. Bye everyone!